Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend. Empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water, water, like water, like water, like water. Water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
Let's go back.
A self-taught man, happy to rub shoulders with Scott Fitzgerald and Hemingway, Tunney approached boxing like a science. A successful boxer should have two ends in view: to avoid punishment and to make money. Cool and calculating, he studied films of his opponents and planned his fights with meticulous care. He also knew the value of good PR.
Johnson was brilliant. In fact, there were some like Nat Fleischer, the former publisher of Ring magazine, thought he was the greatest fighter of all time. Tom Sharkey, who fought twice for the heavyweight championship at the turn of the last century, said he was great. He was the greatest I ever saw, and I say that honestly because I hated the man. So he was viewed as one of the greats. He was a great defensive fighter. He could put up his hands, catch anything, elbows, hands, cat-like moves, and at 6'1", when the average size of the American male was 5'9.5", was enormous. Mm-hmm. He could do everything. Jack Johnson looked unbeatable. So the government, deciding we can't get him in the ring, went after him to get him legally.
In 1942, age 20, he won the featherweight title. His record already 55-0. Pep beat the best of his day, and he became known as the Will o' the Wisp. The words of writer Anthony Marenghi.
He was poetry and rhythm, dancing and boxing pumps. His artistry challenged vision. He was unbelievable.
Boxing historian Hank Kaplan.
He had the most educated feet. He could parry punches. He could spin fighters away from him. He could bob and weave. He could slip punches. He had phenomenal speed.
Billy Papaleo.
Like some of the old-time trainers used to say, you couldn't hit him in the ass with a handful of rice. He was quick.
There wasn't anything that Willie Pep couldn't do.
Before the fight, Pep had told all the ringside writers, watch me in the third round. I'm going to win the round, and I'm not going to throw a punch. And guess what? He'd move in, he'd fake a punch, he'd grab him, he'd spin him, he'd move out. He'd begin a punch, he'd pull it back. He'd block a punch, he'd move under. And on 2 of the 3 scorecards, without having thrown a punch in the round, he won.